Well, if I attack a certification before the end of the year, this one seems like it'd be a quick and easy one for me. So let's just look at it together. So this is CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus Certification Exam Objectives. So I'll link to this down below so that you'll have access to it as well. Looking at it, one of the things that we should always look at is length of test. This is an hour, 75 questions. They're all multiple choice. Okay, so it looks like there's no performance based in this. Recommended experience, so 6 months to a year, and 720 is a passing on a scale up to 900. Okay, so the domains, cloud concepts. There'll be more information down below, so we'll take a peek at it. Business principles, management and technical operations, and governance risk compliance. So, hey, this is right up my alley. I've done a little bit of cloud as a techie. I've done quite a bit as management. I understand the principles of cloud environments, the government risk from being the management stuff. So this should be something that's easy for someone like me, maybe not as much for you. So you need to look at it and decide on your own how much you need to study. So explain cloud concepts, so cloud principles, so service models. This is where, honestly, if you're going to study for cloud essentials, you may as well look at my Cloud Plus. So we have some great things in the service models there. I love the pizza as a service model. It really helps students understand the cloud of service using their stomach. Anyway, deploying models, so if it's a public cloud versus a private versus a hybrid, characteristics, so the elasticity is being able to expand and contract, self-service scalability. So these are all things that we covered in Cloud Plus. If you think about it, Cloud Essentials is the step below Cloud Plus. So if you're going to do Cloud Essentials, you may as well study for Cloud Plus, and this will all be in there, and it'll prepare you to do the Cloud Plus after Cloud Essentials. Once again, the Essentials, it's usually more, so I think of the Essentials as more of for a techie in high school, or for someone who's not a techie, trying to understand enough to communicate well with the techies. Okay. So identify cloud networking concepts, connectivity types, so direct connect and VPNs. So these are all things that I think we covered decently. So if you have a wire going directly, or if you're doing a virtual private network, so basically it's a virtual wire. You do some encryption and tunnel it over the internet. So common access types, remote desktop protocol. So basically controlling a Windows system remotely. SSH with Windows, or HTTPS, which is just doing a web browser to do it, which is totally cool. Software-defined networking, SDN. So this is basically coding to set up and take down networks automatically. This is the way you should be going, especially if you're doing like a zero trust. If you're doing zero trust and not SDN, you're doing it wrong, I would argue. So load balancing, being able to have multiple things behind. So in my Cloud Plus, I talk about the grocery store and the multiple check stations. Domain name service, kind of the post office of the internet, how people know how to talk to each other. Firewall, that's how to block things. I wonder if they get into different types, stateful, stateless firewalls. Identifying cloud storage technologies, so compression, deduplication, and capacity on demand. So this is where if you don't understand any of these, it's good to just do a quick Google search, use your most favorite large language model, and hopefully it doesn't lead you astray. But hey, even YouTubers can lead you astray. Storage characteristics, performance, hot versus cold. object, file, and block. This is interesting because honestly, everything is block storage eventually. File storage is if you're doing a file server, so you connect with your Windows to another Windows system, and so the client that's using that file server, it's file storage. But the file server itself, that storage is block. And object storage is if the storage is accessible like online. So this is example Amazon S3. Software defined storage, that's interesting. I wonder what the take is on that. So that's one that I might want to look a little bit, or I mean, honestly, as long as you have enough knowledge, you're going to pass this. So, but I'm wondering kind of what they're. I don't think I've looked into software-defined storage much. I'm wondering if this is just defining it in your code and having it create. So, and that's probably it. So, and that I've done. I just haven't heard that terminology. Content delivery network, that is how you get things quickly on the internet to all parts of the world and try and cut down as much latency as possible. So anyway, there's quite a bit in here. I don't think we're going to go through the whole thing, but looking at this, I don't think I would need a study at all for this, and I should be able to. So this is one that if I have enough time in December, I'll just take it. Anyway, let me know if you're interested in me doing more in-depth videos of Cloud Essentials. This has one of the cool things of this versus, in fact, let's pull up the Cloud Plus. Cloud Plus exam objectives. So you can see how I search for them on Google as well. So this one, if I'm thinking about it, might. So I'm just wondering, so if we look at the data analytics, machine learning, so virtual desktop, so I wonder if that's listed here as well. So there's going to be more in Cloud Plus. It looks like they do a decent job of listing every single thing in Cloud Plus. So I've noticed that CompTIA sometimes doesn't list as many things for their exams, and sometimes it's good if you're going to study for Cloud Plus to pull out Cloud Essentials and study for both at the same time, because there might be something that's spelled out slightly better here. It's going to be in the test for Cloud Plus, but you at least have a little more data, the right terms here as well. But this is all pretty good. So let me know if you'd like me to create videos for this. I think my Cloud Plus videos are going to be sufficient for most people, but some people might not want to study that in depth. This will not be as in depth as Cloud Plus, and it has a few things that are. I think almost all of it is in there. So the only one I can think of is if storage. So the software-defined storage, I don't think is in here. So that's why it kind of threw me for a loop. I just hadn't thought of it that way before. So I might look that up. But besides that, almost everything is looking very familiar. So anyway, have a good one. And let me know in the comments down below. Do you want me to create a more in-depth video for this certification or not? Like I said, this is probably targeted more at high schoolers and people who are not technical, but giving them enough that they can talk to the technical people. Anyway, see you in the next video.